to episode 13 of Old Head Young's Minds. I'm Robert Penner.
I am Allison Fine. Is that unlucky or lucky number 13?
Lucky that we're here.
We live to see through it, 13, I guess. Yay. I think it's weird when hotels don't have the 13th floor.
That's a funny concept. I work construction a lot, right? There was this hotel I was working on, and in the original plans, it went 11, 12, 13, 14, right? But then they started when they started building it and started putting in the numbers of the hotel, it was 12, 14. And because I have to do a lot of paperwork with my job, it threw everything off, and I had to be like, okay, this was level 14, but really, and just change. It was, I
don't know the history behind it, but there must be data that says people won't stay on the 13th floor, so they won't sell out those rooms.
Yeah,
fucking weird.
Yeah, weird.
People are weirdos. Anyways, but they'll go pay to stay in a haunted house overnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Episode 13.
How you feel?
I feel about the episode?
Oh, just say in general.
I mean, we just had another episode that we taped that was really good. So if you haven't listened to episode number 12, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
I can tell you that.
Brandon Parker, he was great.
Yeah, BP Parker.
Learned a lot about him.
The Love is Dope brand.
Yeah. Because love is dope.
His story is dynamic.
Yeah.
And yeah, his brand is dynamic. So yeah, if you haven't listened to episode 12, go back and listen to it. What it do? Nope, that's not the segment. You good?
I am good. I'm going to say I'm good. I'm just not going to dwell in any negative. I'm good. I feel good. I don't know. I do. It's hard to do. It's hard to do back-to-back episodes and be like,
still good.
You're still good. I'm still good. I'm still good.
Yeah. Is that your answer?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Still?
Overall, I was good last episode for the most part. I'm still good. I'm excited that, we're 13 episodes in. I feel like we are finding ways to start pushing the brand a little bit. We created a Facebook page yesterday and our Instagram. Now we'll link to that, which makes it easier to share. I think we should do some sponsored work. I will say we also started doing clips from older episodes and putting those online. And I know you're taking the lead on that, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
But I think that's a fun way to give teasers to what we're talking about.
Right.
Whether they're funny or emotional or whatever. And so I look forward to you doing more of those. I mean, going back even to episode 1 and 2,
right.
Starting to push our brand. Also, we've joked about it here and there, but I think soon we'll be, looking for people or businesses to sponsor us.
Yeah, we'd love to have some sponsors.
Yeah, to have sponsors to help us, offset the cost, because it is a costly thing to have a good podcast.
Right.
And we want to continue to have a high level of production, and that's important. Shout out to Stay Hydrated Studios and to our producer, NuqNuk.
Yep.
And so I'm good, and I'm proud of kind of where we're at and where we're going.
Yeah.
We've also had some amazing guests, and I think we'll have some amazing in the future. As a teaser, Stephen Ryan, I think, is going to be a guest soon.
Yeah.
Stephen is a comic, but also a rapper, and also someone who's got shared experience when it comes to living within other cultures and the pros and cons of that.
And he's what got us connected.
Yeah, he connected us with the studio. So I'm looking forward to that. I also went to I saw Cat Williams last night.
How was that?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I'm not going to get into the whole story, but
how was it in that setting at Showware?
It was at the Showware Center, so that's a small arena. It was great. I mean, there was a guy that kind of opened for the opener, and then there was a host, Red Grant. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Not familiar.
He's really funny. He's from the South somewhere, I believe. But he has this like super high pitched laugh, which is it's very funny. They had some really amazing, he was the host for the night. This was the lineup. So this guy that went before him, which I could not catch his name, but he was pretty funny. And then they bring out Red as the host. He does his time. And then they bring out this woman. Her name was, she goes by Pretty Ricky. She was pretty funny. She also talks about having multiple sclerosis.
Oh, okay.
Which, you know, 2 comics in our market have it, you know, Jess Everett and Danny Anderson. But she was beautiful. She was pretty funny. And then Takara Williams was on there too from New York. And Takara Williams, if you've never seen her, she's a fucking beast. I think she was just at Nate Jackson's not too long ago. So like next time she comes, I definitely want to try and meet her in person because she was just a beast. And then Mark Curry. So Mr. Cooper was there. And I met Mr. Cooper and worked with him a little bit. When he was at Nate's last time, he was incredibly friendly. But it's weird. Melanie Hearn was just on here on our episode, a few, you know, 2 episodes.
Did she mention, she dropped his name,
so
right?
Mark Curry's one of her mentors. She tours with him when he's in her area, in her market. And it was funny, she said to me in the week that she was here, like, it's so weird. Like, I used to watch Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and now I'm hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Oh, that's funny.
And Mark Curry was fantastic last night. And then, this is going to sound so weird because of who it is, but, like, the person that went on before Cat Williams was fucking Tommy Davidson. Yeah. Like, first of all, he's 59 and he lifts his shirt up and he has like a full like 6-pack. Like it's insane how young he looks, right? Like he looks so young. He's in such good health. There was this really like fucked up dude in the second row that apparently said you need a protein shake because Tommy's a very thin man, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, he got on that dude's head. Really? He was like, you need to go to the dentist. I can see your teeth from it. Was insane. It was crazy. But it's at the concert or whatever. I don't know. At the comedy show, a lady passed out on one side during Takara's set. And then during Kat's set, a fight almost broke out because of that dude that was talking shit to Tommy Davidson. He was probably too drunk or whatever. Cops got involved. Cat got involved. It was crazy. And I had some seats that were like way in the back. The person who I went with, he had bought tickets, but they were kind of on the opposite end of the stage. But there was a lot of tickets that didn't sell.
Oh, really?
And so I saw that our friend Lynette Manning was there. Oh, and she was sitting. I could tell what section she was sitting in based on a picture she took. And she was like, come sit over here. So we ended up moving and sitting like right next to the stage, just up on the side. And also Mr. Mookie was there. Oh, wow. Patricia was there working. Oh, cool. Nate was there. John Starks was there with his girl. Like, it was like we ended up being in the comedian section. It was very funny. That's funny. And Cat Williams was amazing.
It's good.
Honestly, like, I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Cat Williams fan, but it was fire. Yeah. It was fire. So it was a whole experience, but I
went and saw Ali Sadiq.
Oh, you did? I missed that.
Yeah, I went and saw him like a week ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Good and bad. It was he's great. He's great.
He's pretty political, yeah? Or pretty...
Not really.
Oh, it seems like he's kind of grounded in a lot of like lessons.
He just talks about, he just talks about his family a little bit and things like that. So the bad, he was good. The bad was they had a seat behind the pillar. You've been at TCC downtown. Right. The pillar that's right there. Yeah. They set us at a table like right behind it.
Why didn't you ask to move?
No, I did. I moved the table.
Oh, okay.
I moved the table.
I'd be like, no.
I just moved the table closer to the other person, and we could. And so me and my lady sat there, and we could see it. But they wanted to sit the other two people, and I'm like, nobody sat there. And there was that, and then Ali does a lot of sitting down.
I noticed that.
You know, and then like he talks like just has the mic like this, and they were like. It was a battle with the volume the whole night. And I was like, it was just like I don't know.
I mean, next time I would just go up to staff and be like, can you turn up the speaker in the back?
A bunch of people.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah, and it was just a battle, and then it was a feedback battle, and
oh Lord,
it was in the night, but it was he's good.
And in Tacoma Comedy Club's defense, because we both work there and we love that place.
Yeah, we love that place. I don't want to get it.
They're going through a whole bunch of management changes, so I'm sure it's just a staffing thing. And I know they're training some new people, and Lacey, who's been there for 10 years. She just left. She still works there, I guess, 1 day a week, but she's not the manager, the GM. So they're just in a growth period.
I didn't mean to badmouth TCMC. It was just like a man.
It was just your experience. Even as comics, we're still patrons.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
So overall, like in terms of like you good, I'm good.
I'm good.
This is gonna be a short episode because our last episode was pretty long.
Yeah.
Let's just get into the get down. Like right now there's 2 comedy competitions happening. Number 1 is the big one, which is Nate Jackson's Super Funny Comedy Club's Funniest Motherfucker competition. They do 5 rounds of preliminary I don't know.
Yeah. Well, 20 comics
or whatever, yeah.
They had 20 comics each set.
Right. So there's 100 people in the first round, essentially.
And 6 people get through.
Each one, in theory, go to each.
6 times 5 is 30. Yeah.
Except there's been weeks that have had
ties. Yeah, they've had ties. And
there was the week that I saw. Week 2 had 9 to go through. Yeah. So there's at least 33.
Yeah. I was on Heat 3.
Yeah. How was it?
I did my best, but it was very, very competitive.
Yeah.
And which it should be, and. Yeah, I got decent feedback. I do not remember the person's name.
Ashley?
I want to say it's Ashley. Is that her name? Is that her name? Okay. She said she would like to see me more. So that was the criticism I got. She would just like to see me more.
That's good.
So
I know that your round, I didn't get to see your round. I think I had a show or something that night, but I didn't get to see your round, but I know you were one of the people that they were actually on the fence on in terms of.
Oh, really?
So I don't know what the final outcome was, but I heard that if you looked at 7, 8, 9, I think you were up there.
Okay. So that's good to know. I didn't even see the placing
I think that's the feedback that I got from some other people that were there.
Okay.
So I don't know. I didn't see it, but so that's really good. And I mean, honestly. That's what I want to talk about. So my round is actually, so we're taping this the 9th of September. You won't get it to the end of September, but in 3 days, I actually have my preliminary round. Yeah. And who knows? I mean, my round is very, very stacked.
There's a lot of really great people that I hope somebody I know makes it to the next round.
Also think that if I bring my A game, then I should be okay. Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. This is the first time I've participated in Funniest Motherfucker. Okay, I didn't do it last year. Okay. And I started comedy right after the 2021. Okay. So I didn't even know it existed really at the time. So I'm excited about that. And then tonight, September 9th, this might be our last podcast is what I'm saying.
Yes.
It might be our last one. You guys, I don't know.
Because she might shake me. Like once I beat her in the contest tonight, she's going to shank me. Yeah, and so it would just be her.
And Lord knows I know how to stab someone.
Sorry, I didn't do it like that.
It's funny. So tonight, we are competing in the illustrious Last Laugh Entertainment worldwide competition.
Shout out to Tony Peters.
Shout out to Tony Peters. It is called the Stepping Stone Contest. We've talked about it before. June, July, August, there was 3 preliminary rounds at Coco Joe's in Algona. And I won my round, which was July. Rob cheated and got in twice. And so in August, he
I did June and August.
He did June and August. Again, I think that's called cheating. But there's actually a lot of people that are going up tonight, so who knows who's going to win. But so this might be our last podcast because he might get his feelings hurt and cry about it, and I'm going to be like, whatever, and then he's going to be like, you don't even care about me, and then. Whatever. We're probably both going to get beat by Mark Johnston.
I didn't even see him
we love the old man. Right. I do love love him too.
Yeah, I do
he doesn't really do comedy anymore, so I hope he brings his A game.
Yeah.
There's some great people though. Eric Jones, Brandon White. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that Jay Marks was on Jay Marks. I was like,
Cord, like you know,
Big Sal.
Big Sal. Like it's gonna be a fun night.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun night, and we're going to Coco Joe's, and they have the best. It's called like a black and blue sandwich. It's like this like roast beef thing with au jus, and they put blue cheese on it, which I don't like.
Now you just decided my dinner. Now you decided my dinner.
Fire.
I like it.
So yeah. By the time you hear this. I will have one, but whatever. It'll be good. But that's what I wanted to talk about today. Honestly, we don't have a lot of time, but I did want to talk about, I did want to talk about comedy contests, you know?
Okay.
There's a lot of talk because this is kind of that season. It's festival season. It's contest season. They just did Portland's funniest comic.
Oh, did they? Do they keep that within the Portland community, or do they expand at least?
Well, that's interesting that you say that, because I found out like here, Seattle International Comedy Competition. Last guy who won it in 2022 was like from Slovenia or somewhere, like totally international, right? And it is the international contest.
It just happens to be in Seattle, right?
The Portland's funniest is literally Portland only. Like you need to have a Portland address.
Oh, okay.
You can't be from Salem.
Okay.
You can't be from, any Bend. You have to be from Portland.
Well, that even goes back to I think last month or two. They had I think it was in the Portland area, and they did like teams. Did you hear about that one?
Okay, yeah. So that is Thai Boys and Soul of Wit. That is the city versus city competition. Yeah. Which, from what I've noticed in the last 2 years, I think it's only been going on maybe 2 years, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just didn't.
They've been putting people in the wrong towns. They're not even from that town and be like representing that town.
So I'm not going to name names because they don't matter.
Yeah.
But what I will say is,
I'm just like,
it would be. It's one thing if you have like Team Olympia and somebody from Lacey is in it, right?
Yeah.
It's another thing if you have Team Olympia and someone from
Tacoma,
from fucking Everett is in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know how Ty makes any of those decisions.
Yeah.
There was a lot of teams, like 16, 18 teams or something.
I like the concept. I do like the concept.
Oh, I think the concept's great. Yeah. I think it's fun.
That'd be fun,
And it's 3-on-3, so and it's huge. I mean, shout out to Ty Boyce. He is a hard working producer. He does trivia. He does like 782 comedy shows. I would love for him to be on the pod.
Oh, that'd be cool.
When he comes to visit one time as a producer, because he just does a million things. But yeah, that's interesting. I would say that the team structures are loose. I think in that particular competition. Right. But the funniest, Portland's funniest is not.
And I've I've done a pun slam like once, which I didn't do so well. I'm not a punny guy. I'm not very punny at all. So I wrote a whole pun set.
Shout out to Forrest Ember who runs this, because I'm not good at that.
I did it once, and I'm like, I reached out to her recently. I was like, hey, have you seen this bit? Is this punny or is this still just fun?
Right.
Whatever. Anyways.
If I make a pun, it's like I realize it after the fact.
Yeah.
But we do spend 55 days a year saying that comedy is subjective, and then 10 days a year saying, but here's a contest, and let's put a matrix to it.
Right.
And let's put data behind it, and let's score everybody for everything. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know how. I don't. It's hard. Like, I mean, what you were in Voice last year.
I was in The Voice.
And they.
Okay, let's be clear about The Voice, though. The Voice at Tacoma Comedy Club. You do auditions. There's 3 judges. They can select up to 10 people to be on their team. But then they do some team building. You have a one-on-one with the judge. You have a group chat with the judge usually. Like, you can work with your team. The funny thing is the first round is you against your teammate. But
similar to
I think there's a lot of learning there, right? And if you have good coaches, which last year I was honored to be on Sherry Harmon's team.
Yeah.
I knew I was the least experienced, therefore the weakest on my team. But the fact that she saw enough in me to bring me onto a team, and then I learned from her and I learned from my teammates there, and then I went up against Nisa Elizil, and she won, which I fully expected.
She was like 4 or 5 years in.
Yeah, I believe so, maybe a little more. She's really phenomenal.
Yeah.
I think the only bad part about that is like when you lose and then like Sherry just kicks you out the group chat and you're like,
get the boot. You got blocked on everything now.
I'm so sad. But I like the voice because even though it's a competition, there's like a team aspect to it and there's a learning aspect to it,
Okay.
And I'm not saying I don't like these other competitions. It's just weird.
Yeah, it is weird because we're supposed to be friendly the whole time. Like you said, 350 days a year. And then.
Well, I just think comedy is subjective.
That's too.
Like, why? What one audience? I mean, you can go to 3 mics in one night and tell the same 5 jokes. And in 2 of those rooms, you can get big belly laughs. Yep. And one of those rooms, they can look at you like, why are you fucking here?
Yep.
And that can happen in one night.
Yep.
Right? So if comedy is that subjective, which it is.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that I don't think is funny that other people do.
Right.
And there are things I think is, are funny and you don't and other people don't, whatever.
And it's also about like this, like in particular with the funniest motherfucker contest, you get 3 minutes. And I feel like you and me both, and maybe I'm speaking for you, we're a little bit longer.
Oh, no, I'm a storyteller.
Yeah, we're a little bit longer comic.
If I can get past this round, that'll be huge just because, you know. So, it is hard. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that's hard.
Yeah.
But it's a good resume builder to do.
No, yeah.
Right. No. And like the Portland's funniest, shout out to Cameron Peloso. Like he's very young, very funny, very talented, up and coming comedian down there in Portland. We've had just look at Nate's. The year 1 was Bo Blast.
Okay.
Year 2 was Reese Green. You could not be more different.
Right.
Right. So, I think that there's a space for them. I just think it's funny that we all like dive in and do it when in reality, how do you really judge?
Yeah.
The people, you didn't make it the first night, but what if you were on the 4th?
Yeah.
With a different set of judges.
Right.
With a different audience. There's so many. There's no way to say it's a lot easier to say certain kind of jokes are absolutely not funny, but it's hard to say what is funny because that is such a personal decision. So yeah, I'm glad that you did it. I'm glad you did your best. I'm sorry that I couldn't be there to support you that night.
I will be there to support you.
Oh, you're coming on Tuesday? Yeah. Oh, so you're better than me. That's cool.
Yes.
I told Katie
even
to
after
come.
you beat me on tonight, I also come.
No, I didn't realize that Eric Jones was going to be.
Yeah.
Eric Jones is going to be hard to beat tonight just because he's funny. Okay. I mean, it's going to, again, that's the audience. Subjective.
It doesn't matter.
I don't know how I beat Joe Gomez. So it's an audience thing. And I didn't bring any audience last time.
You beat Joe Gomez and Mike Hansen.
I did. So, it's going to, we'll see how it goes tonight.
Okay.
And we'll see how it goes on Tuesday. I mean, I'm going to do my best. And
that's what I'm happy with. I feel like I did my best. All my punches got laughs.
Good.
And that's all I can do.
That is what matters.
That's all I can do.
What else is going on in the world?
There's a lot of people dying lately. I don't mean to be a downer on our episode, but a lot of famous people dying.
Well, I do want to stop and say, like,
it just feels like we're getting that age where, like,
my heart is heavy right now for the country of Morocco. They just had a 6.8 earthquake 2 days ago, and like 680 people died.
Damn.
Something like that. Maybe the number's probably higher by now, but
I didn't know.
I do want to say that, it's very new news. We can think whatever we want about this country, but we are lucky, especially on the West Coast. We are so much more. Our infrastructure is built to sustain an earthquake.
Yeah.
These people just die in their homes because they don't have that infrastructure.
Right.
So a 6.8 earthquake, which is a big one. Don't get me wrong. I'm from California. I've been through some big shit, but that's a big earthquake. But a lot of people would live if they were in dwellings that were sustainable. So my heart is heavy.
Man.
We talk about death. So that's a lot.
I don't
of
mean to
people
make light of it. It just feels like
no. You're talking about celebrities though.
Like a lot of celebrities. We had Bob Barker, lead singer of Smash Mouth. There was somebody in between, and I'm gonna
Pee Wee Herman. I mean, I don't feel like that's abnormal though. I feel like that's.
I just feel like we're getting to that age.
Bob Barker was 99.
I totally understand that one. I would. You lived a good life, bro. Like,
bro,
just
you didn't
cash
in.
You
didn't go over $1.
Yeah, there was somebody in between, but I digress. I just wanted to. I just was feeling it lately. I'm like, it's been a lot. In the last 2 years or so, I can't sit here and list people, but people that we grew up with in some form or fashion, music, TV or whatever. It just feels like.
Let's talk about the guys from Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, he was 56.
Yeah, that's getting close to my age. So that's one of the ones that I'm like, what?
What are your thoughts about it?
I don't know how he died. So to be honest with you,
he died of alcoholism.
Alcoholism. Okay, that's sad.
I think it's been kind of wild how people have like kind of made fun of it.
Really?
I mean, people make fun of Smash Mouth, right? Yeah. Now, Smash Mouth is from San Jose. It's from my hometown.
Oh, okay. I just learned that.
The lead singer's name is Steve Harwell.
That's it. Okay. I was trying to think his name.
But he had long time alcoholism. And I don't know. Sometimes when people die and social media just kind of pounces on them, I don't really understand that. Like I saw memes and people saying, even comics, like, because one of the lyrics in All Star was like, the years keep coming and they don't stop coming. But like, how's that funny?
Yeah.
He died of alcoholism at 56. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel weird when people make fun of people's deaths, especially like benign people, like I'm not gonna lie. What October 2020, when 2020, 21, whatever. On my birthday, I was actually at Great Wolf Lodge because I'm 12. And that's when we found out Donald Trump had COVID. And I was like, happy birthday to me. And I honestly couldn't give a fuck if Donald Trump died tomorrow, right? I think there are some horrible people in this world that I'm like, meh. But like, dude was just the lead singer in a band and drank himself to death. Like, I mean,
death comes to everyone, man. That's the one thing we can't beat.
My thing is like, he's somebody's dad. So it's like all these people that make fun of him. If your mom died, can we just make fun of her?
Yeah.
Be like, well, the bitch did eat a lot. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she had a heart attack. Big surprise. Like, I don't know. I just think it's weird when you make fun of people in a mean way. Saying Bob Barker didn't go over $1. Like, that's being playful on who Bob Barker was. He also was 99.
Yeah.
Death is something we are not going to avoid. Yeah. Right? Kind of weird out about that. Yeah. As far as celebrities dying, though, I think they die all the time.
Yeah.
I think the ones that are hard for me, I think, are really tragic, deaths. Like
when they're younger or when we're more closer.
I mean, like Kobe Bryant dying. Obviously, the way he died.
Tupac.
It's gonna. Tupac and Biggie, obviously, and the way that they died. It's, to me, it wasn't that they died as much as it was like the potential. Yeah. Like, think about what
Oh man,
he was 27. That was 27 years ago. So. He'd be 55 almost.
Yeah.
So for me, with him and Biggie, it was very much like lost potential. I also, I have a weird way of looking at death. I'm going to be honest. Like, my dad died at 59 of a heart attack. However, he smoked his whole life on and off for the most part. Wasn't always healthy. Had some unchecked mental health stuff that we don't realize how big our mental health and our body are connected, and how mental health issues definitely, affect our body. But when my dad died, even though I was incredibly sad and I still miss my dad all the time, my dad made choices that led him there.
Mm-hmm.
So like with Steve Harwell, it's not that this is not me making fun of him, but like, I wish he would have gotten help for himself.
Right.
I think celebrities that die or just people that die that affect me the most is suicide.
Yeah.
I will never forget.
I've had way too many of that.
I've had too many of that. Too many people that commit suicide in my personal life.
Yeah.
Or like people who are adjacent to people I love, But this is gonna sound weird. I don't know why this particular person affects me so much. When Chester from Linkin Park committed suicide, I struggled with that. I struggle with that. I don't know why I struggle with that. I really love Linkin Park and I love Chester. But there's a song, it's a lesser known song by Linkin Park. In fact, if you listen to if you pull up Apple's Linkin Park Essentials, it's not even on there, which is weird because I love the song and it's called Invisible.
I was not mad at you. I was not trying to tear you down. The words that I could have used, I was too scared to say out loud. If I could not break your fall, I'll pick you up right off the ground. If you felt invisible, I won't let you feel that now.
Powerful song, but the chorus says, and hopefully NuqNuk can play this because I'm not going to sing it. But the chorus says, "I'm not mad at you. I was not trying to tear you down. The words that I could have used, I was too scared to say out loud. If I cannot break your fall, I'll pick you up right off the ground. If you felt invisible, I won't let you feel that now." And this was released months before he committed suicide. And I don't know why that particular person and that particular set of circumstances has such a deep effect. It just feels like, what a cry for help.
Yeah.
What a cry for help.
Yeah. And and you say all this. It's really funny. I work construction. The other day I was kind of running late. Tuesday morning, right after Labor Day, I was kind of running late, but I walk up and at the job site I'm at, they have safety meetings on Tuesday. And the topic was mental health and suicide in the construction industry.
Interesting.
Yeah. And I was like, first time I've really, really heard it said that way.
Great.
And they were talking about check up on your guys, especially like right around this time, holidays coming up.
Yep. The weather's about to change. It's about to be dark at 4 o'clock.
Some people like the holidays, and some people don't like them holidays. Some people are alone, and they don't, So, I'm recently learned like 988 is that the correct 988?
Yeah, that's a suicide prevention hotline. Which is really important.
It's glad that we have a 3-digit number now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I think the world can be very dark very quickly for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And living in the Pacific Northwest, I mean, I've been here 10 years. I'm still not used to. In fact, now that I say that, I need to get some
vitamin D.
Some vitamin D. I take it already, but I need to increase it. Because 10 years in, my body still does not do well with that time change in November. And all of a sudden it's 4 o'clock and it's dark. Yeah. My body is just like, oh, okay, bitch, go to bed.
Yeah.
And that leads to depression, things like that. And
my fight is I have to stay active in some form.
Yeah.
In some form.
Well, and comedy makes that a little bit easier.
Yeah,
right?
It does.
But even so, sometimes between 4 o'clock and 7, I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I need to be more intentional about finding things to do, go to the gym or whatever. But So mental health is real. That wasn't what we originally planned to talk about, but
no, this is kind of it. We go with the flow.
Celebrity suicides are strange because people think, oh, their life is so great.
Yeah, and
it's like, no, nobody's life is that great, and everybody has their own demons.
In our world, famous comedians.
Oh yeah, absolutely. people always bring up Anthony Bourdain, right? Like, he had a great life.
He had one of the best jobs ever.
But that doesn't mean he didn't have his shit, because obviously he did.
Yeah.
You know? So there has been a lot of death. But I just look at death differently because, I don't know. Once you lose your parent, I don't know. There's a lot of deaths that could affect me, but only my daughter or my mother probably would be more significant than my
I mean, it's
dad.
just same for me with Trey passing and it's
once you've had something that significant.
Exactly.
But yeah, like, rest in peace. I definitely love The Price is Right.
The Price is Right just reminds me of being sick and being at home during the daytime.
That's true.
And that's the only time I really saw it. You know. Yeah,
I don't know how I feel like I watched it a lot growing up.
Yeah.
But I couldn't have because I was at school too. But let's see. We talked about comedy competitions. We talked about a lot of things about death that we didn't plan on getting into. Dope or trash?
Oh, dope or trash? Thai food.
I don't, because of the way I eat, I don't eat a lot of noodles.
Okay.
But I like Thai food.
Do you have a particular one
no,
you like?
I don't eat it enough to.
You don't eat it enough. I I ate Thai last night, and I have I'd eat the same. It's one of the only places I already know what I'm getting right when I walk in the door. Like, even different restaurants.
Like Pad Thai.
I get Pad Thai. I'm kind of
kind of
I'm kind of basic.
The
with
most
that.
popular thing, right? Yeah. Thai food is fine. Yeah, I don't eat a lot of noodle-based food, or rice-based food, to be honest. So I try and eat protein first. So yeah, I mean, it's dope.
Okay.
There's no complaint.
That's another thing I want to say on the podcast. I think we should ask for dope or trash.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, dope or trash suggestions.
We should make a post about it on Instagram.
Yeah, make a post dope or trash suggestions. It's hard to think of stuff, man. We got all this other stuff going on.
What do you think, Nuq? Thai food.
Oh, I enjoy Thai food. I think it's dope.
What's your go-to order?
Oh, you know the Pad Thai, man.
Huh?
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the norm for most people, right? Eating the melted cheese off of the wrapper. At a burger. Say you get a burger.
Are you serious?
Don't just at me next time, man.
What? What'd you say?
So just at me next time.
So I guess we know what you think. So specifically, I don't eat McDonald's except for breakfast food. So I'll get a sausage McMuffin with egg, and sometimes the cheese melts off and it sticks stuck to the wrapper. So you're eating it or you're not?
Trash. I do not eat. I will eat a lot of stuff.
We got a good picture of his face when I asked that question, because he looked like I just said that I killed his mom. He was like, what? Roger Lozola voice. I was a psychopath because I even suggested that someone ever did that.
Didn't.
But I love that Nuq was like, hey, just at me next time. That was great.
That's funny. So I'm thinking you think it's dope then, Nuq, huh?
I do. If I can, I'll use a French fry to scoop up the cheese.
Hey, if it's enough cheese, I'll scrape it off with my finger and put it back on my breakfast sandwich. I need my fucking cheese. Even if it's cheap-ass American. Whatever. Yes, it's dope.
Okay, I think it's trash. And I'm a fat guy. I don't know why. I don't know.
You're just going to let all the extra condiments just be?
Maybe I haven't experienced that enough.
Maybe you're just not paying attention to all the food you're wasting on your wrappers. Okay.
I got one more. I don't know if this is dope or trash, but I want to mention because it's in my mind.
Oh, okay.
Elevator etiquette. I don't know if this is really dope or trash, but okay, so you get on the elevator. If you're getting off and it stops, let people on, or okay, you're waiting on the floor. Let people off. Don't just rush into the elevator,
So what's the dope or trash about it?
I don't know. It is on my mind. I don't know.
I mean, I think it's dope if you have elevator etiquette.
You understand what I'm saying? That and or you're in the back and the floor, you're getting off on the floor and everybody's in the front and you're in the back and, hey, getting off and nobody wants to get out of the damn way.
Yeah, I think that,
I don't know. It's not dope or trash, but like it's a topic on my head and I have to mention it now.
Okay. Well, I think it's dope if you have it. Because yes, I think that it's weird when people try and rush the elevator when there's people coming out. I'm also, as a big person, I'm mindful of the space I take up. So I'm always like, let me get off the elevator before you bum rush it. I think that some of it just comes down to basic respect. If I'm like, I'm getting off here.
Yeah. It happens. So, I work construction and it happens a lot in the elevator.
Oh, really?
You're like, hey, coming out from the back.
And nobody moves?
And nobody moves. I'm like, coming out, get out.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, I'm impatient sometimes. So you get one like nice comment and then it's move, bitch, get the fuck out of my way. Like, I'm maybe not going to say that, but the tone of my voice.
Yes.
Will say that.
Sorry.
So, I think that people should have it.
Yeah.
And it's trash if you don't.
Yes.
I'll say that.
We'll say it like that, yeah.
Any thoughts? This is a very obscure topic.
Yeah,
so I'm sure Nook has a lot of opinions on it because our most obscure topics are the ones he's passionate about.
We live in a society, okay? They should teach elevator etiquette in school.
Hell yeah.
Because people are fucking rude and I don't appreciate it.
There we go.
Clip that shit. That's gonna be the clip.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, I have one. And this is very personal, and it's okay. It's just gonna be what it is. But like, speaking out publicly about problematic people. And I can provide more context if you want.
Reading your mind. It's dope. I'm reading, It's dope doing it. It's hard. It's hard.
I'll just give like context.
I know you're a little bit more stronger with that than I am. But
there's like in our comedy community, and this is where this comes from, but it's not just the comedy community, right?
Right.
But in the comedy community, there's a few people who are problematic. To work with, and meaning like they are. I think that if you're racist, if you sexually harass people, I'm talking extreme.
Yeah.
Like some people just don't like who I am, and they call me problematic, and I'm like, cool story, bro. You just don't like me.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about extreme. And I think if somebody is racist or homophobic, or constantly doesn't pay their, pay or that's an issue, or sexually harasses people. I won't say sexually harasses women because women do it to men, women do it to women, men do it to men. I think that other people should know what they're dealing with. And so I bring that up because recently I made a post where I said, I love y'all, but if y'all don't stop working with some of these predatory producers, and then I had a couple people ask me behind the scenes who I was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't blast people on social media because I don't think that's the space to do it. Mm-mm. But if you come to me privately, I don't have a problem telling you and then telling you the why.
Yeah.
And I had 2 incidences this week where people came to me. One of them canceled a show because of what I told them and said, like, it's not because of what you said specifically, but it's because that's the 17th time I've heard that about someone, that particular person.
Well, we can talk off mic about the particulars on that one.
Yeah, I can tell you that. But I thought that was great because it was a producer that is constantly putting women in uncomfortable situations and constantly has done inappropriate things and does not get the hint. And the person who canceled the show was also a man. So I had a lot of respect for that guy. And then another guy came to me, and when I told them, they came to me and said, like, who are you talking about so I can be aware? Mm-hmm. And when I told them, then all of a sudden I became the bad guy because they were like,
so you got opposite reactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I became the bad guy, and suddenly it was this person said to me, oh, there was no charges filed. I'm like, that's not how it works with harassment. And it went so far as to the person that asked me for the information went back and talked to the person I'm talking about, the producer that's problematic. Now, again, I don't have a problem talking to that person. But the way that got done puts me in an unsafe situation. That person knows I don't like them. That person knows that I know what they do. So I feel very conflicted because now I don't feel necessarily safe around that person.
Not the person
that was asking me the questions, but the producer.
Okay.
And why come to me and ask me and then turn and make it seem like I was being an asshole for telling you?
Yeah.
So should I just not say anything? Should we not be protecting each other?
Fuck that. Look, I may not always do the right thing, but one thing I do want out of my voice, fuck this fucking podcast, out of just me as a fucking person, is I want to be the voice for the voiceless, you know? And I don't want to be, I probably will make some mistakes, but if nobody knows, then how are you gonna let people know about these people? You know? I don't know.
No, there are people in the scene that other people don't like that I still work with. So I think there's a lot of lines to it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of gray area. And I understand that.
To being called out for telling the truth? Like, I don't, that's what I don't get. Either own your shit or not, man. If you fucked up, either don't fuck up again and be apologetic, or
I just couldn't believe that what makes me second guess myself is that when someone comes to me and says, you have information, can you share it with me? And I share it with them, and then I become a bad guy. And I'm like, I'm giving you the truth. And maybe that's what it comes down to. Maybe people think I'm not telling the truth or I have some vendetta against someone. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
No.
I cannot like you and still be like, well, I work with that person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I work with a lot of people that I don't like. But
there are people that don't like me that still come and would work for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or work with me.
Yeah.
I just think when it's someone that's actually harming people.
Yeah.
Because I also had women that reached out to me and asked me questions.
Yeah.
And some of them did, and some of them didn't know about this particular person's behavior. But it just definitely had me conflicted. But I will also say this, because I've been open about it, I had another woman that came to me and said, I want you to know what this person did to me too.
Well, let's digress and go back. When the whole Me Too movement happened, it wasn't, and I'm a man, I'm a cis white male. I have no stake in this game, but I'm a dad of a female born, and all that. When it happened, it was because the one person said something, and then, oh yeah, well he did that too to me,
right?
You know.
But the only way that stuff comes out is if we talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it.
Now, I consider myself mostly a feminist, but some people don't see me that way because I'm also like, I think we should believe women, but I also think we should do our research. Because I know that with every movement, there's an exploitation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? A family will die in a fire tonight, and someone will make a GoFundMe for that family's page. There are fucked up people in this world.
And GoFundMe for that
for the family that's not real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there are women that capitalize on Me Too. There are women that are women. I think this is never in life, in my life, or from what I can tell, any other generations before us, have women been encouraged to speak their truth about things that they've experienced. And really, it shouldn't just be about women. It's also about men.
Right.
It's about, queer people. It's about speaking up, period. Right? So I can appreciate that we are in a space where we want to support and believe the marginalized voice. But there are also women and people who will exploit that.
Yeah.
And that's where the kind of the weirdness comes in. Because once you've been lied to, when someone tries to exploit that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So you can look at, I'm going to preface this by saying, I'm just looking at the facts and the outcomes of these two different people that I'm about to mention. They're both celebrities. Danny Masterson from That 70s Show just got 30 years for rape.
Yep.
Kevin Spacey, who's just an all-around, very famous actor, just beat a trial where a man said that he sexually harassed him. Both of them will live with the same stigma forever, even if Kevin didn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Danny Masterson's going to go to prison for a very long time. Kevin Spacey will always have his, his Barry Bonds asterisk. You know what I'm saying? He will always, it doesn't matter if Kevin Spacey didn't do it. And I don't know if he did or if he did. I'm just talking outcomes of the trial. He will always have, oh, he did. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
I mean, most of us believe OJ did it.
Yeah. But
whether he did or didn't, we don't know.
Convicted.
We weren't there, you know what I'm saying? But he wasn't convicted. So in theory, he didn't, right? But most of us will say he did.
Yeah.
So it's like the court of public opinion is much bigger than a court of law. But at the end of the day, bringing it back to the Me Too movement, people will exploit something. And once you've been lied on, that could fuck up your reputation forever.
Yeah.
But the sad thing is, it also takes away from the validity of the people who are really speaking up. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is tell people, don't put yourself in a situation where you're going to be uncomfortable. Right. Here's some people who are problematic.
Yeah.
And you know what? Those people who I'm talking about, I don't just make that shit up out of nowhere. These are people who are consistently problematic.
I don't know if it was you or someone on this podcast that used the example. If I come and rob your house, that is what it is. But if someone told you, hey man, watch out for that guy, he'll rob you, and then he robs you, you were told, you were warned.
I think it's all complicated.
That's a good example, but I'm trying to...
Going back to, I mean, this is dope or trash. So it's funny we've gotten so deep into it, but
deep into it.
Is telling the truth and being honest, is that dope? Is that...
Yeah, it's dope. I'm not going to go against that.
Even at the expense of me, am I the asshole? Because that's how...
I don't think so.
That's where that dope or trash comes from. Like, should I not be telling people? Should I not be speaking up? Because I feel like protecting women is far more important than any joke I could tell.
Yeah, exactly.
So I just wanted your opinion on that. I know it's a much deeper topic, I guess, than dope or trash, but Nook, what do you think?
That's dope. Fuck them people.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
But it's hard, to be the truth teller. When I made that post originally, there are people on the post that were like, call them out. I'm like,
yeah. It's not this is not the space.
It's not that simple, right? Because you call someone out,
well, then
other people might be like, oh, well, she's going to say something about you later or whatever and not want to book me. And it's a fine line, but I do believe protecting each other is more important.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's tough.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
we got to wrap this up. Anyways. We're over time. Well,
sorry. I didn't mean to make it.
We did not want to get... we had a couple good moments in this episode, I promise.
No, these are just things to talk about.
It's things to talk about.
And things that,
We're going to be real. We're not always going to be funny. I'm sorry.
No, and it is something that I'm just experiencing, and it's something I second guess myself. Like, should I be speaking up or not?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I'm proud of being a truth teller.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. How do you feel? Like, I know you're on the line.
No, I feel like this is... I do it because I think I should.
Yeah.
But it would be dope if other people did it.
Yeah.
It would be dope if other people did it too.
Right.
Because if not, then I just, one person does something, they get singled out like they're the problem. And it's like, no. I'm the one trying to speak up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's no different than in a workplace with a bad boss.
Yeah.
Everybody might know you got a bad boss, but if one person speaks out against that bad boss, that person's getting fired.
Yeah.
If everyone does it, the boss is getting fired.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
Right.
So I wish more people would speak out with me, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially on people that we know. It's not personal for me.
Mm-mm.
It's like, hey, bro, it goes for women too. There are women that I'm like, don't work with those girls. Like those women, they're not girls, but those women, I wouldn't work with them.
Yeah.
Because it's the things that they might say behind the scenes is ugly. And I think there's enough funny, good people out there.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna fuck with these funny, shitty people.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's my morals and ethics, and I know that's something I still struggle with in comedy, so whatever. And then I get to hear, oh, well, people don't like you. Yeah, they just don't like me because of me.
Yeah.
It's not because I do anything.
Yeah.
Usually they don't like me because I'm strong and they don't like that. But whatever. Anyways, well.
All right. When's this coming out? Ish.
End of September. So
I don't know if it's coming out before 26th. I'm at Trenchers. I don't know if that's
29th is my comedy anniversary.
29th is your comedy anniversary.
So yeah, I think actually,
and we've done. Allison done beat me, and we'll
see.
We'll make a trip to.
Oh yeah, this will be my comedy.
We'll make a trip to Oakland next week. And,
yeah, we are going to Oakland the 15th, 16th, 17th for baseball. This will come out on the 27th in theory, which means in 2 days. It's my comedy anniversary, my 2 years.
Hey.
And then 3 days after that is my birthday.
And then the 30th, we're doing a show.
We are? Where are we doing a show on the 30th?
At Big Time Brewery in U District.
You're right. We're doing a show on the 30th. Oh, my show.
Your show.
I'm producing again. Big Time Brewery on the 30th. Come check us out. Hopefully there's still tickets available. Our headliner is Vanessa Dawn. And Vanessa Dawn and Keon, Larry, and Robert Pinner, and myself. Tickets are $10 online. Go to Allie Real Funny AF or I'm Fine Entertainment, I'm Fine ENT on Instagram. And tickets will be on there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good show. I have 4 months of that show booked out. So every month, it kind of falls on different weeks based on UW football because they're up in the U District. So this will be my first one this weekend. So yeah, the 29th is my anniversary. The 30th is my show that I'm producing. And then the second Monday is my birthday. And actually, Monday's my birthday, and I'll be hosting at the 907 that night. So come fuck with me for my birthday at the local 907 in Renton. Show starts at 9:30, and I'm hosting. So come roast your girl, because I feel like that's what it's going to turn into. So come fuck with me. Anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. It's been a good one.
Yeah.
We got through unlucky or lucky number 13.
Yay. All right.
Peace out.
Peace out.